Hi, we're at XeroCon. I've got with me Rob Connell from Quanji. Rob, that's a new name to us. Can you tell us a bit more about the company?
Yeah, certainly. Good morning, John. Yeah, so Quanji is a very simple proposition. It's been set up as a marketplace to help small businesses get access to the tools they need for international trade. And their first product is called Quanji FX. And as you can tell, it's a pretty concrete name. It's all about letting small businesses, private individuals, even large companies get access to the best rates. So we offer a comparison for different foreign exchange brokers. And we are now certified to be used with Xero as well. So as well as getting a good money saving over, say, the bank, you also have real-time access to the best prices, so you can flip between different brokers. And with Xero, you can have a time saving in terms of we pull the invoices, the recipient details, and then we will actually reconcile back into Xero as well.
Okay, the audience at XeroCon, it's mainly accountants rather than maybe end businesses. Are they open to the idea of managing foreign exchange, or are they operating as a treasury function for their clients or anything like that?
A typical conversation starts with, we don't have many clients doing that much international trade. We then get them to think about it, and they come up with one or two names. We get those clients to start using Quanji, and then before we know it, opens up the floodgates, and they realize that the amount of companies out there actually do quite a lot of frequent euro transactions, dollar transactions, etc. But also we deal with a lot of exotic as well, exotic currencies. So it grows. So the accountants get it, and they do pass it on to their clients, and we'll have accountants doing it, as you say, for things like treasury functions. So it might be moving money between a British euro account and a British sterling account. And they'll also have clients who are doing it themselves because it's very easy to use. The interface is pretty simple. Yeah.
Now, Rob, with another hat on, you know, you've spent a lot of time looking at this marketplace, and in particular the tools available for small business, business intelligence and advanced reporting. A lot of vendors at this event offering tools like that, but I'm not sure that they're really being, amongst the AccountingWEB members, I don't think they're being purchased and used. What's your view on the adoption of advanced reporting tools?
Yeah, it's a great question. The adoption, and I think the stickiness of these tools is important. So I know we've spoken before about things like monthly management report packs, and you get your Excel sheet through and you ignore it from your accountant. And I think the accountants are getting smarter at getting their clients to think about maybe fewer KPIs and then what they can do about improving that. A typical case might be chasing up payment, and we see lots of add-ons here now that are automating chasing up payment, and that's great. So those reporting tools might trigger you to then do something else, and I think that's the one important aspect. I think cash flow forecasting remains paramount, and that's something rather than waiting till the end of the month. I've seen some mobile offerings here where you can actually look at your daily cash flow forecasting, and as a small business owner, how much money can I take out now as well? So I think that simplified aspect of the BI, where you don't actually ever talk about BI or business intelligence, but you talk about specific KPIs, works. I was also surprised to see new companies here too. So I'm familiar with Fathom. We saw Crunchboard win an award last night. We've seeing Xero talking a lot about BI, and that excites me because Xero had this data of all of these customers, and so if we start to look at things like benchmarking, hopefully they've anonymized that data, and I think that benchmarking might be able to help some of those companies too.
Right, well, thanks for your thoughts.
Looking at the camera or talking to you?
Talk to me, but I sort of encourage people, when you want to be really sincere and get your message through, just turn and give it a sort of force. Yep.
Yeah.
I gather that we've got a newcomer here at XeroCon. You tell us who you are and what brings you here.
Sure. My name's Stephen Rennick. I'm the founder and CEO of Satago. We're an add-on for Xero that does credit control and accounts receivable management. So what that means is you connect your Xero account to Satago, we pull in your entire ledger, and then we have a partnership with Experian, so we have credit data for every company in the UK. We tell you your customers' credit scores, their credit rating, and their average days beyond terms. And then we automate the process of chasing your customers for payment using customized escalating email reminders. We automate the process of sending hard copy payment demand letters or letters before action. And lastly, we can get credit managers on the phone for you to call your customers on your behalf to get the money in for you faster. So we're all about getting small businesses paid as quickly as possible.
What was the inspiration behind the application?
Well, my inspiration was my family business. I grew up in Dundee, Scotland, where my family business was in the construction sector, and I just remember growing up with my dad always being worried about late payment and when these big companies were going to pay him. So I always vowed I'd do something about it. Years later, I managed to start Satago.
Now you're coming to the market. I notice it almost seems like debt management and credit control is the flavour of the season. This spring's fad.
Yeah.
How difficult does that make you as someone coming into the new market? How are you dealing with that competition?
It means you've got to do something special. I mean, there's easy things to do, and then there's the difficult things. And we've built what makes us tax maybe most special is that we've got this relationship with Experian. So for free, you get the top level credit data for all companies in the UK, and that is really the bedrock of good credit control. It's knowing your customer, it's knowing when they're likely to pay you. That's probably the special part.
Okay, well, very good luck with it, and we'll be paying close attention to you on AccountingWEB.
Thanks very much.